Very confident, says he's going to knock you out in the 9th round.
Yeah, man. You know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this. There's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man. This guy is easy work.
Right,
warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden on love.
I mean, which is nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Especially Tank been talking about retirement, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan?
Under the bright studio lights, Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul sit inches apart facing off with piercing eyes and heavy silence. Confidence fills the air like electricity. Jake admits this is the toughest challenge of his career, the moment that could define him. He calls Tank the most dangerous fighter he's ever faced, a giant step above anyone before. Yet Gervonta stays calm, breathing slowly, showing no fear. With quiet authority, he promises the audience that on fight night, the world will see a sharper, more explosive version of himself. A reminder of why he's built for moments like this.
Sharper, just my focus gotta be blazing that night. Just me and him in that ring. All in all, be better.
I saw 8 to 10 rounds is what you thinking, and I also saw, I think I saw 6 rounds. Is what you thinking? I could be wrong.
7 or 8.
7, yeah, it's right around there.
Yeah,
how you pick that number? Like, how do you pick what round it's gonna be?
First, his skills, the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know how durable he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't know just yet. But I know if I could get him where I want him.
Yeah.
That's how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
To be a good beating.
Do you understand the magnitude of this fight? Do you understand how important this fight is to the boxing game, to the sport?
I think I do, but I don't think that he knows. I've been in big fights, but it wasn't nothing like this.
Yeah.
Jake Paul looks straight into Piers Morgan's eyes and declares that all the talk ends on Saturday, November 15th. No interviews, no tweets, only truth under the lights. He says boxing has always been about action, and soon everyone will see who really deserves the spotlight. His tone carries the conviction of a man chasing validation. Jake insists his punches will speak louder than words. Piers nods as Jake points out how boxing has evolved, no longer just a sport of skill, but a billion-dollar entertainment world where fame not records drives attention.
Says he's going to knock you out in the 9th round.
Yeah, man. You know, he's a dumbass. And so it's going to be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this. There's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man. This guy is easy work.
Emiliano Vargas explains that Jake Paul saw this transformation before anyone else. Instead of building a long amateur resume, he built an audience, millions who would follow him anywhere. Jake turned social media power into financial freedom, proving that influence could open doors faster than Olympic medals ever did. Younger fans now crave storylines and rivalries more than traditional belts. Vargas respects the hustle, but worries that it overshadows the true meaning of boxing: honor, legacy, and sacrifice. In a time when one viral clip can make a superstar, he warns that real champions are still made the hard way.
To me, not in basketball terms, just such a funny internet comment, but explain this to me like a third grader. What is an exhibition fight?
I don't even know, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. All I know is that Jake is making, I don't know, goddamn.
But when they say it,
God bless Jake, bro, because this is what he figured out. He figured out this. He figured out boxing is all about attention.
100%.
And he went from Disney to, you know, getting paid. What I told you, world champions that have dedicated their whole life to this sport, they will never get paid. Not even a percentage of what he's making.
Yeah.
But because attention brings dollars. It doesn't matter if it's a podcast, if it's a movie premiere, if it's boxing. If there's no attention on it, you're not going to make no money from it.
This is like the WNBA conference. That's why they don't make the money, because they don't have the attention.
No, for sure. I was at the WNBA yesterday. That shit was lit, bro.
It was lit?
I was chopping it up with Floyd was there.
It was
like,
good?
People, they won by like, I think 1 or 2 points. But I was standing up and I was jumping, you know, it was the finals though.
Yeah.
It's the finals. So, all that aside, I just feel like Gervonta could crack though, bro.
Oh, of
Gervonta
course.
could crack. I mean,
So this is what I want
He's sparred light heavyweights and heavyweights before. Like, this ain't nothing new
Even taller guys.
for sure.
Yeah. So what I really want to ask you in regards to that fight is like, obviously someone like Gervonta is not, in his mind, he's not going to go out there and look stupid, no matter how it goes.
Right? No, he's not.
But that's what when I see it's an
He's not.
exhibition fight, I'm like, what does that mean?
And you can still get knocked out. You know, I feel like that means there's not going to be no winner.
No effect on the record.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. But you could get knocked out.
So you don't think, because like, you know, the beef now is like, this shit's the WWE. That's what people say about boxing.
I mean,
like, you're completely right about Jake and what he's done. It's insane.
yeah.
But he'll get the WWE. Oh, this is just like, what is this? Do you see it that way?
God bless him, bro. God bless. Hey, call my fights WWE fights, whatever you want to call it. If I'm getting paid $80-100 million, I mean, come on, bro. And look, the thing is, every single person that is commenting that, if they brought $100 million check in front of you,
Oh, I'm fighting.
Gareth, a veteran boxing analyst, admits that this fight feels like something from another universe. A YouTuber facing a world champion? A few years ago, that idea would have been laughed off. But here we are and millions are watching. Gareth calls it a spectacle of the modern era. Not because of lack of talent, but because it reflects how boxing has changed. Jake Paul mastered the art of turning controversy into currency. He's built a career out of chaos and people can't look away. Traditionalists may cringe, but others see it as evolution. Whether you cheer or boo him, Jake Paul makes you care.
Marry up all this.
Well, there's an end game and a bookend to what Jake Paul's doing, and I think he's getting very close to the bone with this one because it doesn't really work. It's the biggest freak show so far. Like you say, Gervonta is not in everybody's list, but he's there or thereabouts in the pound for pound list. I mean, since the Lamont Roach fight, people have been down on him a little bit more. You know, a lot of people feel he might have lost that fight, you know. Obviously, his troubles and travails away from the ring have meant that, you know, people are starting to question at 33 now, is he?
No, I don't even think he's that.
31.
I think it's 31 max, 31. Yeah.
But they're beginning to question his validity.
But yeah. Go on.
31, yeah? 30. Okay. Yeah. They're beginning to question, or I don't, we all are, but people are in general beginning to, pundits, and some fans are beginning to question his validity in that top 10 pound for pound list. I think he belongs there myself, or just outside it. Certainly in the top 15, no question. Maybe top 13. I think I've got him. I think I had him at 11 or 12, but I might have done a list on Saturday night. And obviously, we want to see him in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. It's the big fight. Or even in Naoya Inoue at some point, which is a fantasy matchup that I remember dreaming about around the same time I was dreaming about Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Coach Reg steps in to remind everyone that Gervonta Davis didn't rise overnight. He climbed through divisions the hard way, sweat, bruises, and knockouts. Every victory came from grit, not hype. Reg argues that Tank has earned the right to choose fights that reward him. Boxing is a brutal career. One wrong punch can end everything. So why shouldn't he secure his future? The coach insists Tank still represents what real boxing stands for: discipline, courage, and legacy. Critics focus on what he hasn't done. But those who truly understand greatness know the higher you climb, the heavier the judgment becomes.
And I mean, especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan? I mean, if that's your plan to retire, then go get the bag and then go about your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not against it.
You got some people that are very critical, Tank. Does it make sense depending on what you're in boxing for? Because you got some people that want to be fight the best. You got some people that want the accolades, the belts, the undisputed. And you got some people that just came in this game like, look, I'm trying to get my family out of poverty and give us generational wealth. Does it all depend on what you decided to box for?
Well, Tank accomplished a lot at a young age. You know what I mean? He accomplished a lot at a young age. So I wouldn't be mad if he took the bag and went about his business and never fought again. You know what I mean? Plus, like, look at some of the things that he's going through. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of that can affect you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to be in this game. So I think, get the bag and go. That's your plan. Get the bag and go.
For me, of course, I wanted to see him fight Shakur. I wanted to see him fight Devin.
Yeah, we all wanted to see him fight.
At every press conference, Tank barely speaks. He watches, observes, then delivers short, cold responses that say more than words ever could. That silence builds tension. Jake plays the entertainer loud, confident, always ready with a line. Tank sits like a hunter in the shadows, waiting for the moment to strike. Analysts like Manx and Mora say this contrast fuels the drama. It's old school versus new school, tradition versus innovation. When they sit side by side, their energy tells a story of two completely different worlds. One born online, the other built in the gym.
It was lame. And even though Jake Paul tried to egg him on and try to goad Gervonta Davis on, he's dealing with somebody that is not a quick-witted, thinker. He's not a quick-witted speaker. Tank Davis is explosive in the ring. He's fast and powerful in the ring. He's charismatic inside the ring when he's punching. But when you put a microphone in front of him, he's not articulate. He doesn't know how to quickly respond to people. He stutters a lot. He does more stuttering than talking. So Gervonta Davis in front of a microphone is not going to sell. So Tank Davis shouldn't be put in a podium like that. He should have speakers for him. He should have someone talking for him. He should have a mouthpiece. Tank Davis is not going to sell this fight. And Jake Paul knows it. That's the reason he kept throwing jabs at him. He tried to get Tank out of his shell. Tank's not quick verbally enough. He's not quick-witted. He's not quick with the tongue. So in order for him to sell this fight, he's going to have an adversary that can spit something back. Like, for instance, Chavez Jr., he didn't have that quick-witted a response, but he had the backing. He had the loyal following. And Chavez Jr., like many Mexicans, don't need to speak because they do all their fighting in the ring, and people know that. Tank Davis, I don't know, man. He didn't look good in his last fight. He's not fighting the killers in his division. People are getting off that Tank train, and we know that he's had his issues outside the ring. The love's not there anymore. Tank Davis is losing a lot of passion, a lot of followers, and people aren't buying this circus that Jake Paul's trying to sell. And I'm glad that people are getting off this train. The commission in Georgia got off this damn train. That's why they had to move this fight to Florida, where anything could happen.
Fans argue endlessly about Tank's silence. Some call it arrogance, a lack of interest in Jake Paul's challenge. Others see something far deeper, focused calculation, a mind that studies before it strikes. Tank's calmness could be mistaken for boredom, but it's actually precision. Throughout history, the deadliest fighters were often the quietest. They didn't need to talk, their fists spoke perfectly. As fight night approaches, everyone wonders what lies behind that stillness. Is it confidence or overconfidence? On November 15th, the answer will be written not in words, but in punches.
Jake Paul legitimately cooked Gervonta Davis in that press conference, and I really don't know how to feel about that. And to be honest with you, I still don't understand how boxing even allowed this to be made. Like, I don't. Like, dog, this is not an overstatement. Like, literally one of the core pillars holding up boxing is this literal, fake superiority complex that they have over literally every other combat sport. Despite literally being the least effective main combat sport there is. Brother, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, brother, I put judo over I put boxing. In terms of practicality of combat, oh yeah, 100%. Brother, if Jake Paul makes it competitive against Gervonta Davis, I'm looking at this like, brother. Oh, well, weight difference, brother. Gervonta Davis has been training his entire life. I'm sorry, bro. It's bad enough that the fact that if this was under any other combat sport, this would literally be like one of the most one-sided matchups of all time. And it wouldn't be in favor of Davis. No, dog, if you did this under an MMA rule set, oh my gosh, bro, Paul cooks Gervonta. It's not close at all. Like round one finish level. Like, understand this, Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul is taking place in literally the only combat sport where Davis should win. I'm still shocked that they allowed it to be made. Because, like, there's no upside. If Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis, now we're kind of looking like, wait a minute. What? Like, brother, don't forget. I still think it's a horrible look that Tyson Fury couldn't finish Francis Ngannou. That is so bad. Well, Francis Ngannou's a great boxer. Francis Ngannou, no joke, is one of the worst boxers to ever be in the UFC. He just has absurd power. No, look at the technique of Francis Ngannou. It's not that good. It's carried by power. Like, going into it, like, I'm hyped, but it's also, I'm looking at this like, bro, Gervonta has to finish, bro.
Veteran champion Sean Porter has seen boxing evolve through every phase from legends chasing glory to influencers chasing fame. He admits Jake Paul's rise has brought new eyes to the sport, but questions what that means for its future. Porter respects both men but wonders, is this about legacy or money? He doesn't blame them. He knows every fighter has bills, dreams, and risks to balance. But he challenges fans to ask themselves what kind of boxing they want to see. The sport once stood for pride and legacy. Now it stands on a stage built for clicks.
Why are you doing that? How do you sort of see this scenario now for him?
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it, what to really say about it. I've only been asked this when it's presented to me. That's when I think about it. And I can't really come up with a good answer for it. In a lot of ways, it doesn't make sense to me. Of course, we know the size differential and the kind of list goes on from there. I don't know, man. I think we're entering a generation now, or a phase now where fighters, I don't know if it's fighters, I don't know if he doesn't care about the legacy or if he feels like this fight doesn't matter, I'll get back to the legacy. I just don't know. This is truly not, it's not a legacy fight, but of course it is a generational money fight.
Analysts who follow Davis closely say his silence hides obsession. Every big fight in his career has been a test of evolution, another brick in his path toward greatness. Money may motivate many, but for Tank it's about reputation. He wants his name carved among the greats. His quietness isn't pride, it's preparation. Every move, every punch, every stare is measured. Davis knows that one bad night can destroy years of work. That pressure fuels his focus. He's not chasing fame. He's chasing history, and he knows legacy is earned one fight at a time.
If you sitting on that toilet and that stool ain't brown or green, if it's red, go to the doctor.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, Tank Davis and Jake Paul, they fight in November. I personally have Tank. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, because Tank is a little different. He ain't like them other niggas who took a fall. Tank ain't finna take no fall, bro.
That's what I think too. I think like, bro got a reputation to maintain. He ain't about to just, you know what I'm saying, sign a deal just for some money.
Just for some bread.
I ain't like, it's about the money though, for sure.
For sure.
But I'm not about to.
But what they get, like 20, he got like 20 million?
But yeah, 20, I ain't gonna lie, Tank probably get 20, 30, 40.
I don't know. Tank need to get more than that, because it's bringing Jake Paul more money than, you know what I'm saying?
Than anything, but you know, Jake Paul putting up the purse, he putting up everything.
Oh, okay.
He paying for promotions, he paying for everything.
So he getting all whatever he get.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, I can only, I think it's a 60-40 cut or something like that.
I ain't mad at that.
So it's like you getting 40%, and you all got to do is show up and fight.
No, facts.
That's all you got to do is show up.
Facts.
And then 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be what, a draw.
No, Tank gonna knock his. Well,
you think so?
Let me not speak too fast, but I know Tank. I pray, and I think I know that Tank is gonna beat him up.
Nate Diaz, the sport's uncensored voice, sees it for what it is: business mixed with brutality. He doesn't sugarcoat it. This ain't pure boxing, he says, but it's damn good entertainment. To him, both Jake and Tank know exactly what they're doing, giving fans a show and cashing in. Nate respects the hustle but reminds purists not to expect tradition. This is boxing's new world, part sport, part spectacle. It might not please everyone, but it keeps the world talking. And in today's game, conversation is power.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna be.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
he's just too small.
It just. I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think of the fight?
I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually. I'm not hating on the fight, but I think. My thoughts on it is let's watch and see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said that boxing is turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. What do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like he said, you want Conor McGregor?
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE, so
right.
It's like, at least that's happening and it's getting something to talk about, something to watch,
And that's it for today's video. The countdown to fight night is officially on to Worlds, one ring, and a collision the world can't stop talking about. Who do you think walks out victorious, Jake Paul or Gervonta Tank Davis? Drop your predictions below, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss the latest from the top boxing. Until next time, stay sharp, stay tuned, and keep your guard up.